Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. And if you're interested in finding out alternatives because there are too many flankers and you don't know which one to buy, then keep on watching. My name is Emilia and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. We are just all about fragrances. And if you're a returning video um, family member from my channel, then so glad to see you again. I thought I'd give a few points when it comes to fragrances that I would recommend, at least based upon my personal opinion, not to buy. And of course, I will pinpoint also the reasons and alternatives. And this is something that might be of interest, or this is something that might have grabbed your attention. Then just keep on watching. And also, before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can follow up with the upcoming videos, which are going to be coming more and more often and more in quantity, and I can assure you of. And actually, I have created here a list of videos, and so far I reached to 93 interesting videos, which I hope you guys will really, really enjoy. And let's get just started. As you could see, I was holding in the intro the cards from Angel Mugra. Well, all I can say about um, this is that I tested the samples, and these are two cards that I still have. I received more. Obviously, one of them, it was more than enough for me to give me an understanding and a first impression. I do adore the bottle. I absolutely love it. Love it. It's so unique. Even though it's Angel, it's, it kind of like give me this aura. I can talk a lot about the bottle, but that's not the point here. But I don't like it. It's totally not for me. And it's a polarizing fragrance. It has a lot of patchouli in it. Therefore, it's something that, you know, it has to do with your own nose, your own preferences. It has very nice notes, such as, besides the patchouli, which puts me off, sweet notes, warm, spicy, caramel, fruity, vanilla, honey, powdery chocolate, and woody. So from all these, I would have said yes, it's very nice. But the patchouli, it's something that really stands out on my skin. I don't see anything else besides that. Um, there are, of course, the other sides, the happy sides, I would say, the angel addicts and angel lovers. And I do cherish the bottle, but not the fragrance. And I don't want to offend anyone with this. It's my personal opinion. It's something that I like, and I'm not going to spend money on fragrances that I don't enjoy, that will be just sitting in my drawer and get, rotten, because that's what will end up, and in the end I will just have to throw them, so that's wasted money for me. I'm not for that. I did get the chance to smell it, and I'm so happy for those that actually works well with their body's chemistry. Unfortunately, it's not me. I absolutely love the notes. Um, and with the patchouli said, I do like scents that have patchouli, but it shouldn't be overpowering, like strong, like a punch in your face. Um, the good news, though, is that I did find a flanker of Angel that I like, and it's the one that is in the pink um, star shape. And keep in mind that Angel has a lot of flankers. There's also the light version, so I might go test that one. But so far, I tested Angel Nova, and I love that. For now, before going full bottle, I have purchased a copy of it, just to see how much I will enjoy it, how much I like it. And when I say copy, it's an absolute 100% copy. I put both of them side by side in the store from where I purchased them because they do have the original ones and they do give you the options to buy a cheaper version or a copy, which I did. And that's something that I'm going to play around, and hopefully I will add to my collection the Angel Nova, which so far I absolutely enjoyed. Also, another point that I want to really, really highlight when it comes to Mugler's fragrances is that they are very unique. Um, so they're also something that I wouldn't really recommend to blind buy. It's better to test them, spend some time, know the flankers, see which one you like better. Because, like in my case, I don't like the original, but I do adore the Angel Nova, which was a newer release. And to save money, also, it's some effort, some research that you have to do as well to see which one pleases you, which is the one that you enjoy more, and go with that. Then also another point here is that the Mugler fragrances, they are, you know, very popular. Many of us are wearing them as our signature scents. If you don't like Angel, you might be using Alien, like it's my case. I'm an Alien lover. I love Alien Goddess. I love the original one, and I love also Aura from Mugler. So they are unique scents. They are also very powerful scents. They last you a long day on the clothes. It will stay for weeks. I had experience with this. I put my clothes in the washing machine. They were washed 2, 3 times, and the scent was still there. So it's a bomb of fragrance, I would say. It just stays there. It lingers on the clothes and on your skin. Compliment getter fragrances. So do look into Mugler's fragrances and check the best for you. The next one on my shopping board, when it comes to not purchasing fragrances, it's Lancome's Aura. I know it's some of you might love it. It's a flanker actually of Lancome, the original, and I do prefer the original one over the Aura. I find it's more floral, more sweet than the original. At least that's how it comes down on my skin. The Idol Aura, or Idol, whichever way you want to pronounce it, it has salty notes, vanilla, rose, white flowers as well, and powdery, musky notes, um, and sweet. And I think that extra sweetness that it gives me, it's because of the sweet and vanilla notes. So it's a bit too much. And it's a floral woody musk fragrance for women. Was launched basically back in 2021, and it has top notes of rose, salt, jasmine as middle notes, and we have at the bottom or the base notes the vanilla and musk. It is beautiful, but I simply prefer the original, and since I have the original, I don't see the point of buying a flanker just to have it there, where I know that I enjoy this much more. I started using it recently. I absolutely love, again, the bottle. It's very unique. The brand or the line itself, it's targeting the younger generation. And this is supposed to be an iPhone. Basically, it's a slim. I think it's the slimmest bottle currently when it comes to the fragrances. So it is quite something unique. Then moving forward, we have here a next one, which I like, but again, I like the original one, and I have also alternatives for me, and that's nonetheless but My Way Instance by Giorgio Armani. And the reason why I don't like this so much, it's because it stands out for me, the tuberose. So I see tuberose in it as something. It doesn't have that bubblegummy um, notes or tones, subtones, if you want to name it like that, as the original one. And I find that one more unique as this one. And since I already have in my collection a pure tuberose fragrance, which is the Sublime Nature from Oriflame, I know it's not the same, you know, it's not a brand, it's not designer fragrance like My Way Intense, but it gives me the same vibe, and I already have a full bottle here. I did use from it, as you can see, and I don't see the point of having another tuberose fragrance in my household. Obviously, if I wouldn't have had this in my collection, most likely I would have gone with the flanker. But that said, for now, I will get rid of this, use it, enjoy it, and then maybe. Then I have here another fragrance that's going to be on the chopping board, and I'm going to be very, very honest with this. Um, it's Candy Prada. I'm going to open it up. So this is how it looks, the bottle. I don't have the bottle. I didn't buy it. And I will tell you, the fragrance itself, it's very, you know, sensual, excessive fragrance. I absolutely adore the fragrance. I love it. I have nothing to complain about the notes, the scents, nothing about that. Um, my only issue is with the lasting power. So that really put me off. If you're not familiar with Prada Candy, this has a beautiful caramel accord or notes, also amber, vanilla, warm, spicy, balsamic, and powdery um, accords. It's a beautiful scent, and it's, you know, it's something that it has been in the collections of many of you, and you know what you smell immediately is the caramel. This, it's kind of like, you know, when you burn sugar and you feel that carameliness in the house. That's what is this. Plus add to that some baby powder to it, that's how I can say, and then you have the beautiful vanilla scent. So this is what I can distinguish. I finished my bottle. I gave it a chance, but I'm not the only one complaining about its performance. So the performance, it's really something that is disappointing. Um, it's expensive fragrance. That's how I categorize it. It's a luxury fragrance, even though it's, you know, designer fragrance. But I would have expected much more from a fragrance from Prada. As mentioned, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful scent, but the longevity, it's a killer for me. I tend to have fragrances in my collections that last on my skin. This has a longevity of 1.5 hours on my skin, so it doesn't work with me. And I don't see the point of wasting money on a fragrance that costs money and you have to continuously top up, top up, top up. So that means I would have to carry the bottle with me, and I don't like that. That being said, I have here two more fragrances that I'm going to chop. One of them is a fragrance that I bought from Oriflame. I think it was previous year, and it's Friends World Tropical Sherbet. I had really, really high hopes on this because it has guava. I love guava. It smells nice. You do smell the guava from the bottle immediately. And what was really promising fragrance because it has fruity, green, aromatic, tropical, woody notes, as well fresh, citrusy, and musky, as well sweet notes or accords, if you understand what I mean. But I got, you know, also excited because it has rhubarb. Rhubarb, it's also one of the notes used in one of my favorite fragrances, which I cannot find anymore because it has been discontinued, and that's Dolce & Gabbana's L'Imperatrice. So there are very few fragrances having rhubarb, and this being one of them, I was super, super excited about it, but I got really disappointed when I started using it. And it's a fragrance that you could see I tried to give it a chance. It just does not work with my chemistry. However, I will tell you the notes so you know what it has. It has guava, rhubarb, lemon. Then you have middle notes of pomegranate, rose, lily of the valley, and in the base we have the standard um, base notes. So we have the muskiness, the amber, and the cedar wood. Now, from the bottle, it's an amazing, a gorgeous, very nice fragrance. However, on my skin, it turns like into a fragrance that gives you the impression that I haven't showered for at least, I don't know, 1 month, something like that. And obviously, that's not what I'm looking into a fragrance. I spend money on a fragrance to smell good, to be approachable by people, to be, someone that has charisma with character, and I don't want to smell like dirt. I don't want to smell like, you know, stinky, smelly. And initially, when I tested this fragrance, I didn't realize that it was the fragrance causing that smell. I was actually thinking, because I tested it in summer because it's tropical sorbet, right? Um, and I was thinking maybe because of the heat, I might have, smelled too much or something, sweat too much, and from there. But I tried again and again and again, and every time I was wearing this fragrance, the same happened to my skin, and it came out this stinkiness, this smelliness, and I was literally embarrassed at one point because it happened while I was at work, and I was like, "Oh my God, what are my colleagues going to say?" Because I work in an office environment, so obviously I cannot smell bad, and I was really embarrassed that day. Thanks God I had some extra clothes with me, so I managed to change and use another fragrance that I had in my purse that day. I always carry with me, just for this kind of situations, if would they happen with other fragrances, um, a small purse or travel version of a fragrance that I like to use. So that kind of like helped me out. But what I do enjoy, and it's from the same series, it's from Oriflame again, it's Friend's World for Her. So this is the original. Um, and this has floral, fruity, sweet, vanilla, and powdery accords. So it's much more pleasant. It's an amazing fragrance. It has only 3 notes. It has peach in the top, then we have zinnia in the middle notes, and then you have vanilla. So it's very simple, yet much more um, loved by me. It's a fragrance that it's more approachable. It's versatile for summer. I can use it daytime, nighttime, outside, shopping, work-wise, and so on. So you name it. And I'm so glad that I bought this one. So I have it. And this will just be used by my girls, because on my girls it stays as the fragrance smells as it comes out from the bottle. And last but not least on my chopping board would be Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Forever. It's this box. I mentioned it in my unboxing videos or fragrance haul videos as well. um, This is, when I smelled it initially, the first time I sprayed it, it reminded me of a citrus tree. I'm sitting around it full of, freshly cut lemons. That's it. I couldn't distinguish anything else, and the freshness. But as it was drying down, there was an overpowerment of lemon. So all I could smell is lemon, lemon, lemon. And I said, given the fact it's a Dolce Gabbana fragrance, it costs 70 to 80 euros, depending from where you're buying it, even 100 if you're going for the bigger bottle. And I would have loved it based upon the accords, because it has citrus, fresh, animalic, sweet accords, as well white floral, and powdery, fruity, animalic accords. And you know, again, you have citrusy notes like lemon, blood orange. I love blood orange. Green apple. Again, I'm a fan of it. But then you have the middle notes, the flowers, which is white flowers and orange blossom, and then you have the white musk, cedar, and cashmeran in the bottom or base notes. However, it really, really reminded me of these colognes that or cologne that you can find in Turkey or even here in Cyprus. We have them. They're like used a lot in the summers as refresheners. And those cost around €5 for a huge quantity. I'm talking about at least 150 ml, 200, even more. And I don't see the point of buying a fragrance that give me the same vibe, the same, you know, notes out of it. And instead, I would really, really go with an alternative, which is a bit different and lasts longer as well. The lasting power on this, again, it's an issue. That was another point that put me off, and I said no for me. Um, it lasts around 2 hours, 2.5 maximum, and I don't want that in a fragrance. Now I have alternatives, which is Dolce& Gabbana Light Blue or Intense, so the Intense version, which comes with main accords of, again, citrus, musky, fresh, aromatic. We have green accords and powdery, as well woody accords. And we have again here the lemon and the Granny Smith apple. So we do have apple, we do have lemon, but you have then different flowers in the middle, which is jasmine and marigold. And base notes, again, we have here musk, same as in the other one that I showed you in this one. And we have also amberwood. Now the lasting power of this is more. It's around 3.5, 4 hours. So it's a better alternative. However, I have another one which is in the cheap category, and it's something that I've been using since a few years. So actually it has been in my collection, and this is a new bottle because I finished mine one recently. So it's a repurchase, and it's nonetheless but Moschino Light Clouds. So you have the aquatic, the green accords as well. To me, it kind of like goes down also into this fresh floral and a bit of citrusiness. That's how it comes down, even though it's not listed. If you check, for example, on Fragrantica's website, but it gives me that. The top notes are very flowery because you have stick lemon, green leaves, peach blossom, and then also the middle notes we have flowers like rose, jasmine, lotus, but it gives me the same vibe as this ones. So this freshness, a bit of citrusy here. It's even though there's not, so I don't know what it gives that undertone. And then we have in the base notes muskmallow or ambrette, as you know it, vanilla, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, cedar, and musk. I mentioned that I do like patchouli, but not like in Angel. Like this patchouli, for me, it's perfect. It's amazing. I can work with it. And basically, these are the fragrances that for me are alternative as well for you if you are having the same problems, issues that I do. And I thought it's something really interesting to have it for you as well and share it with you because, of course, when it comes to fragrances, we are constantly learning from each other. And I do appreciate all the fragrances. However, you might like something and I might not like something. Something might work perfectly well on you, but it might not work on me. It might turn completely different, which it happens often with fragrances because each one of us has a different chemistry. And it's something that, of course, you have to look into it, test, just go out, test the scents before buying them because that's the best way to make smart choices, smart investments, because fragrances, especially the ones that I just mentioned, they are not cheap. So that's why I'm saying that these are investments, and are investments in helping you to smell good, helping you in getting the, you know, the attention that you might be seeking, or you just want to be professional. You might need, of course, to think about also for your career. You want to smell good. You want to give the impression that you are well put together. So it's important to know what fragrances work for you, what not, and which one would you buy. And if you would like to buy but it doesn't work for you, what other alternatives are there? Therefore, I created this video for you, and I really, really hope you enjoyed it. And till next time, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so far. Click on the like button and perhaps put me in a comment the fragrances that you didn't like, but you find alternatives for it, or just tell me which ones you don't think that they are worth a penny, so that perhaps I can look into it and give you some further tips and go from there. Thank you so much once again for being on my channel and supporting me. And till next time, doodles!